All right, yep. So weekly review, weekly analysis again. So previous week, um, there were on Thursday and Friday. On Thursday I took a loss, and on Friday I took break-even trade, which were two break-even trades. So this is why it's a bit of drawdown, like that's a spread, so don't really mind there. It's $20. And then on Thursday, it's a $300 loss, which is like normally I'm allowed to risk 285, so I don't know if that's was also maybe break even. I think there was one break even, or I don't know, but yeah. So one loss on this day and then break even on this. So going in Thursday, I was actually having a bullish bias. I wanted to make like a trade recap from that still because I didn't do that. I thought like it was pretty busy, so I thought okay, let me just do Thursday, and then Friday I want to talk about that as well, and I'll just do it in the weekly review, weekly analysis video. So that's what I'm doing now. Thursday. So right here, that's where we were. From the previous week, weekly review, weekly analysis video, I said that my strategy told me that I had to look for longs, but I thought that we were going to go lower because just of these equal lows that we all had here. But yeah, this is the entire week, and you can see we did push higher this entire week. So that was nice, but yeah, no. Oh yeah, it was the 1W taken that week. I did end the week in like $200 profit then. Yeah, so not even, but around there. But yeah, going Thursday was actually bullish as well, which yeah, unfortunately couldn't have a W trade there. Yeah, I marked out this with a vertical line here. So we dropped lower here, as you can see. Let's see if they're. So yeah, at the time we were still holding this gap here, right here. And then on ES also a gap here, which is probably on the 2 hour. Okay, and that's right here. And we were still holding this on yes. So if it doesn't close below, having a bullish bias because the weekly is still bullish for me, there's no reason for me to be looking for lower prices. And this is where I was looking at. Okay, so on NQ, we had a singular gap on the 1 hour. So this did get disrespected, but ES was still holding a singular 2 hour here, which if it didn't close below, I would still be looking for bullish price. I don't know why it's so slow. If it's still respecting it, then I would look for bullish prices, and if it does close below, I'm looking for bearish prices. So you can see we were still holding this, no closure below. So I'm still looking for longs, so that's what I did. I really don't know why it's so slow. Market just opened now, but I'm not trading, so not trading today because of meetings that we have. So that's why. Really don't know why it's so slow. Hello. Let me just restart this and open it again. But yeah, closing that week, it was a bit of not like a hard week. Like I still got a W that week, but Thursday and Friday was a bit I don't know. Like there were break-even trades, and that loss on Thursday that was totally fine. Like that was just a losing day. But on that Friday, eventually it would have gotten to TP, or I could like I was up a bit of dollars, and then I'm gonna explain like the psychology that I had there, like with my emotions, because I was up this amount, and then eventually was break even, or it was a break even, and then it went to my TP. Like that happened on Thursday and Friday, and it was a bit hard for my emotions there. Like I didn't do anything stupid, but I did on Friday or on Saturday. I did try to backtest like my strategy with like taking a 1-to-1 RR, for example. Like I wanted to see more times than not, am I up like a 1-to-1 RR and then break even, or like is that actually profitable? And then I could see that from data as well. From data, it wasn't really. Yeah, it wasn't really from data, but I still wanted to backtest it. Then like still trading my strategy, but then taking a different kind of RR. So like taking TPs earlier, taking like partials. That's what I backtested, but I already soon found out like it's not worth it. I was backtesting whole January, February as well. Like I still know like price action there isn't optimal for me, but still. Yeah, didn't find anything in that, but it did affect my psychology that much that I wanted to get like results of it. Like I wanted to see and test then I do that as well. But yeah, just found out like, no, it's not worth it. Just sticking to my strategy there. Like I didn't change anything, didn't revenge trade or something. But yeah, I did want, like, the emotions led up to me trying to find something else, like not change my entire strategy, but I want to see, like, get more data, maybe see if maybe it's worth it. Like, yeah, of course you can always try, and that's what I did. But that's just what led me to or yeah, after those trades, that's just, I wanted to try and backtest and see what I could get out of there. But yeah, didn't find anything there. But yeah, Thursday, I was still bullish. Looking at this could have been a beautiful setup. This is a few minutes outside my kill zone, but the setups I actually took. So I was still bullish here. We were still respecting this. The 10 a.m. candle. That's what opened that 2-hour candle. So at the time, you can see we were still respecting this. So from there, I'm still looking for bullish prices. This is after 10 a.m. And then I could just go into Discord and then, so I took a break-even trade here. I also had equilibrium marked here, which is right here. Then we inversed this, and then eventually was a break-even. Here it was a really tight break-even though. But you can see afterwards lost now. So my bias was not correct here. We did go all the way lower to here, and then eventually we did go higher. So I would say for that day, I think my drawn liquidity was correct then, but we just had a really deep retracement. And looking at like what we were expecting, I think it would also still be correct, like the bias, but we just had, as IC says, bodies tell the story and then wicks do the damage. I think that just like that huge drop there, like that's just the wick doing the damage and then me taking a loss there, because eventually we were still respecting this. On NQ, we're still respecting this on the 1 hour, so just beautiful price action. But just if you don't even look at the wicks right here, then you can see we're just respecting this gap beautifully. Oh yeah, then we have a gap here as well, but still, like we're just respecting this gap beautifully, but we just had huge pushes lower for it to do more damage. But eventually we did go higher. But yeah, that was just that was it for today, for that day. So I took one break even trade and then one loss. I was trading the PM as well, but didn't take anything there. So ended the day in a loss there. And then going to the next day, this is Friday, on this vertical line, I was still bullish. And then I was looking at this smart make a buy model. So it's not like this is the only drawn liquidity and I don't look at anything else. I was looking at this smart make a buy model, and then we had it on the 1 hour. So we have these small wicks here, which are swing highs. So here, and then we have all-time highs here, which I just right there. So here, or not all-time highs, but this would be the original consolidation, stage accumulation, and then we only have 2 here. So these were my drawn liquidity. So this already got taken right there like previous week. Where is it? No, it's just on Tuesday already, but this is what I have marked, and this is my drawn liquidity as well. So I was bullish, but this could be like a reaction for it to go lower. Eventually you can see this is a beautiful reaction, but after this got taken, I would still be bullish. Like it's not like, oh yeah, I was expecting for it to tap it here and then go lower. Like I was not expecting it to, but it could do it, and it did. But I was still expecting, even if this would be taken, I'm expecting for it to go higher, so I'd still be looking for longs. So going on a 1 minute again if it loads. Otherwise I'm just gonna go through my entries on Discord. Okay, so here it is, 1 minute. Okay, let's see. So let's see. So this is 9:30 opening, and then this is my drawn liquidity. You can see we eventually did go there. That was beautiful. And then I was looking for longs here at 9:30 opening already. We were in this bigger time frame. I don't know what this is actually. Let me go back here. I don't know what this is. Let me just remove this. It's not in here. Okay, so what were we doing here? So this is from Thursday. It's from Thursday, and here as well. So right here at 9:30, this wick probably, I think it did trade into something the lower time frame. Maybe what 50-minute was. Oh no, I was just looking at the structure here. Then I think, yeah, okay. But 9:30, we're dropping lower. We didn't have a 9:30 juice swing or anything. We just already took out the liquidity and then had a huge bump to that buy side. I don't know how that day played out anymore. Honestly, don't remember. But yeah, it's nothing too bad there. The only thing I know is that eventually was break even trade and it ran to TP. So right here, 9:30 opening, small push lower, and then I think, was this already an entry? Yes, this was already an entry. So right here at, we didn't have 10 a.m. news, was it? Okay, we had 8:30 news and no other news. So yeah, this was already my entry. Then it was on here. My stop was at the low. And then break even is at this high, which is a 0.58 RR. You can see it never got hit here. But looking on the ES, was it even my entry? Yeah, here. So right here. So you can see we were not really moving in tandem here. And then ES already took the high where I would be break even on 941. My entry was literally right here, 940. So literally a few seconds after I got stopped to break even. We were around my break even here, and eventually we did go higher. You could say like, oh, why don't you just take the like why don't you go break even there already? Like, why do you do that? Why don't you just hold and then wait for like for it to go beneath the swing low, and then eventually once the high get break, and why don't you go break even there? Like in this case, it wouldn't even have worked also, but there are like some things you could say about this, but I want to, like, I'm trading like an objective, almost mechanical strategy. So for me, it's like, okay, I have a rule for everything. So it's always objective. You don't have to ask yourself, what do I do in this situation? It's always the same. And that's what I really like. That's what works for me. In this case, it would be break-even trade, but looking at my data, I already did that as well. Like I thought, like, okay, let me find a solution for this. Like, is there something? And then I went through my data and eventually found out, okay, there's nothing really to say about this objectively where I could prevent these trades for it to be break-even. Like if I change something small, like I can't really change something small. If I change something for here, and it's going to change something for every other trade. And because I want it to be objective for every trade, I want it to be the same for every trade. And then you could say, oh, why don't you just change it for one trade and another? Like, you don't know how a trade is going to play out. Like at this time, I don't know if this is going to be a break-even trade right here or a loss. Like I don't even know. Like it could just be a loss and straight go down. So seeing from the data, I'm just sticking to my data, following the strategy, just doing nothing. Don't make huge changes. Yeah, and then of course there can be some things like I really try to improve with the strategy, but if it just can't be, then if there is no data telling me that I could do it, then yeah, that it's just I can change it then. But it's still a profitable strategy. I've seen that from data. It should be a profitable strategy. The strategy being almost like fully mechanical. It should be a profitable strategy, only I have to make it profitable. But yeah, just sticking to the rules, just don't change anything, and eventually the profits will come then. That's how my mindset is towards trading the strategy here. But you can see that was break even. The first TP would be 1 to 2.3 RR. And then full TP would, I think, be up here, which eventually never got hit. Yeah, so would only be a first TP, 75% would go off there. And eventually we had the huge drop lower, which is also that end of the day. But break-even trade on this, I took another one. I think, yeah, this is the break-even trade. Eventually did go higher. And oh, that was just today. Okay, so I only took one break-even trade on there, I think. Or maybe I shared it in here. Let's just scroll up a bit then. Oh yeah, nice. That's third. This is the what? Nice trade. Oh yeah. This was also something that I wanted to talk about. I almost skipped this. This was on Thursday. You can see this is the entry. Stop at the low, and you can see this does look like it wants to go to TP, right? But this was just kind of crazy. Going to Thursday, I didn't take any other trade than on Friday. Let me check just to be sure. Yeah, okay, no, you can see it already here. Like this is the 1 and 2R, that's 75% off here. Here 1 and 2R, and then 75% would be off there. And I was expecting for it to take this high and then trade through here as well. And then eventually, like, we had the huge burst. Just looking from this, it looks like we're gonna hit TP, right? They're just looking from this, but you can see eventually it was a break-even trade and we went all the way lower. But yeah, that was pretty annoying as well. And that was also something I wanted to try and backtest. 1 and 2R, that's my first TP because I always take a minimum of 1 and 2. Why not just take it at like the buy side liquidity? It's not, yeah, this is not really a good example, but it's like 0.7 R. Why would I take that? Or like take a 1 to 1, like I was up a 1 to 5 R, for example, and then it was break-even trade. Why not take a 1 to 5? Yeah, but it was just very unfortunate here. And then yeah, I didn't take anything else on that Friday. So that was, yeah, a longer video now because that kind of try recap as well from previous week. Yeah, that was how I ended that week. So loss on Thursday eventually, so was up a bit of profits, was break-even trade in the beginning, and then I took another trade which ended up as a loss, which is unfortunate. But yeah, and that was, where was it? That was on Thursday, 9:30. Oh yeah, so yeah, I took that trade that was right here, that push lower, and then here I took the loss. So that was that for the weekly review and the trade recaps. Now for the upcoming weekly analysis. So going to remove all the drawings here. Go into like a daily. All right, so what do we have here? I honestly don't know what this drop is here. We dropped like 5%. Previous week, this was I think because of DeepSeek. Oh no, that's December. This was because of DeepSeek, and then with Nvidia and stuff. So that was already a big drop. I honestly don't know what this is. Maybe it's not something like DeepSeek, or I don't know. Maybe it is DeepSeek. I honestly don't know. But yeah, looking at the buys, what am I looking for? I am looking for, just looking at this, it's still bullish for me. For me, there's no reason to be looking for lower prices, which I think, yeah, sucks, because I think it's still really bearish. I can be looking for bearish prices until we take the low here, which is like the weekly change in delivery higher. That shows me the weekly is bullish. But once the weekly low gets taken, is it then still bullish? No, then it would be bearish. So from here, if we take the low there, then I would be bearish. And then here on yes, and then probably at the time once we take that low, then we've probably taken these lows here as well. So yeah, this is already the analysis, I think. Just looking at this, like I said, this week here, I thought it was going to go lower, but eventually we just kept pushing higher. So Monday, Tuesday, Monday low of the week, Wednesday, and then Friday started to drop, but ended somewhere in here, I think. Yeah, that was kind of a crazy week. We just are building a lot of liquidity to the upside and downside. I don't know if you have any major news like for this upcoming week. I do know that we have, is it NFP? Is this week? Yeah, we have NFP this week. So maybe it could be the NFP is going to do something crazy. Or actually, I'm just thinking about this weekly actually. Because once we take this weekly low, okay, we could still have an SMT here. So we have to take the low, weekly low, both on NQ and yes, and that would be bearish. If we take it on one, so let's say only NQ take it, then I would still be bullish. But I think by the time if we even drop lower, it would be here, then already bullish again, because then we took out the low here. And then we have an SMT probably. But it's pretty hard, I think, actually, to do analysis in here when we have these big ranges. Like we could go to both ways, but just looking at the internal structure, I think that's going to show me the most what I'm looking for. Like already looking at this, this is going to show me it's bearish. So we have a lot of gaps here, 6 hour here, 6 hour here, 8 hour, 12 hour. Yeah, so we have a singular 12 hour in this entire leg, and we already close below. So from this, I'm already bearish. From the weekly, I honestly don't know what really to say about that weekly, because it's, yeah, okay, just looking at this weekly objectively, honestly. The weekly is bullish. If you take the low here, then I would still be bullish. If you take it on both, then I would be bearish. Yeah, that's it. Wait, that's it already. No, so yeah, if we take it on both, then I'm bearish. If we take it on one, then I'm bullish. Because we could have an SMT and then still go higher because the weekly is still bullish. Do I think it's going to show that right away? No, of course not, because I'm trading on like a 1 minute to 5 minute time frame, so I won't see that right away. But it would be technically with the bigger time frame bias then. But yeah, just looking at this leg, I can already see that this is bearish for me. In this entire leg, we have a 12 hour busy where we close below. And then on ES, oh, maybe it's still bullish because ES took already the low of this leg here. And then ES, yeah, so it's still bullish from here as well. Do I think it's going to go higher, or do we have a gap here? No. Do I think it's going to go higher? No, I think it's going to go lower. But just looking at my strategy, I have to look for longs here because we are still respecting these gaps. So if I was trading today, then I need to look for longs. But probably this Monday is going to play out bearish. And probably by the time then we have close below here, then I do my analysis again. Like I do that coming into every day. I do my analysis again, and then I look, okay, what's the bias? And then what I'm expecting is kind of for Monday to trade lower, probably below the gap here. And then if it does that, then going into Tuesday, I'm bearish because we closed below here, and then it would be yeah, bearish for me. So Monday, I'm not trading because of the meetings. Hopefully it's bearish. Tuesday, looking at this power of 3. So Monday, maybe accumulation. It does go lower. If it does go lower, we're close below here. It could be still accumulation. Like we could just still go around here, like, and then still do nothing really. Like could just close below eventually end of the day here and then build off structure. Then I would be bearish, and then taking out the highs maybe on a Tuesday, because on Tuesday we have jolts as well, or we have a nice news folder. So jolts, so maybe Tuesday high of the week or Wednesday high of the week, ADP, NFP, PMI. So maybe Tuesday high there, and then drop lower from there. Maybe Wednesday distribution and then go lower, and then Thursday I'm not trading the day before NFP. Probably by the time we have already taken some sort of sell side, or we are just still around this range here, and then we're leaving all of this sell side for NFP. That could also be a thing. So I am bearish for this week, but we'll see how it actually plays out. I think it will go lower for now. If I was trading today, I have to look for bullish prices. If it still closes, or if it's still respecting this gap here tomorrow on Tuesday, I still have to look for longs as well. But also, again, it could change because we by the time could already have a bit more internal structure. And if we close below a gap here, just like I did with here, if I just enter trading NQ, then closing below a gap, that could change my bias as well. So yeah. That's it for this week. It's pretty hard to, like, I really try to explain it as simple as possible for me in the future as well. If I am watching this back, maybe it all from there, like maybe what the hell was I saying back then? But for me, it makes sense now. I really try to do my best with like explaining it here, but I think this is like pretty hard structure to trade with. Once we are in accumulation range, then of course it's going to be harder than if we are just making higher lows, higher highs. If we're just trending in all-time highs, like then it would just be pretty bullish. And then why would you be looking for shorts there? Like I would be pretty bullish there, and that would be pretty obvious. And then if you're just trading in close ranges, like all these candles are pretty close to each other, like that's really subjective, because you could just do it like so, but it's like, I think you understand what I'm saying. Like then it becomes harder to do analysis, but still I think it's pretty I still think this what I said, like with the bias, I still think that's what could happen this week. If you don't want to do that at all, let's say we do want to go higher. I don't really think we do want to go higher, but if we do want to go higher, then leave all the liquidity here, then probably have something inverse in here, which I really don't expect it to, but that's something for tomorrow again. Like only looking at, okay, what's for today, what's for tomorrow. I'm not making a prediction for this week, this month, this year. I'm just seeing what structure is going to give me and then decide from there. Totally just an observer of the market, not predicting, just observing. So yeah, that'll be the weekly review, weekly analysis again. I will be trading on the Top Step X account again this week, which I'm trading for, like, this is going into this month. It's 1, 2, 3, 4. This will be the 5th month I'll be trading. So kind of crazy, almost a full half year that I'm trading this account. I didn't break any rule at all in this entire account, so I'm really proud of it. I'm not there yet, so like the goal is of course to pass the account, and that's where I want to go to. Yeah, that was the weekly review, weekly analysis. Honestly, we appreciate if you are still watching. We appreciate that you were watching, and yeah, see you.